with the clock winding down. We're tied at 14-14. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line of South Carolina. And Notre Dame will wait and then call timeout. Notre Dame letting the clock wind down. They'll wait and call timeout and then attempt a long field goal from John Carty as Berline calls time with 4 seconds showing on the clock. So for Carney, this will be a 47-yard attempt. A little longer than that. He puts the tee at the 38-yard line, so it'll be a 48-yard attempt. Carney missed earlier on a 40-yard try, and that was his first miss of the year. He is 6 for 7 in field goal attempts. Kevin Kelly will do the snapping. Mike Viricola to hold. And John Carney, sophomore walk-on from Jupiter, Florida, thinking about it. Trying to put Notre Dame ahead before they go to the locker room for halftime, tied at 14. Kevin Kelly, son of linebacker coach George Kelly, does the snapping, and he does an outstanding job. Kelly comes over the ball. Viricola to hold. Carney will attempt a 48-yard field goal. Now South Carolina is going to make Carney think a little more. They're going to call timeout and have Carney think for another minute or so about this 48-yard try. No, it's John Carney. And all alone out there thinking about this long field goal try. Coming up at the end of the game, we'll select a player of the game. This award is sponsored by our good friends at Subaru. Thank you, gentlemen, for your support of the National Independent Football Network. Jerry Faust on the near side, Joe Morrison on the far side. Tied at 14. Carney's longest has been a 44-yarder against Missouri, so if Carney is to convert this one, it will be the longest in his career at Notre Dame. Mike Viricola to hold. Ball is spotted. The kick is in the air. It is long enough. It is good. 48-yard field goal by John Carney. Notre Dame will take a lead at halftime of 17-14 on the longest field goal of Carney's career, a 48-yarder. We are at halftime at Notre Dame Stadium, Notre Dame, Indiana. With the score, Notre Dame 17, South Carolina has a shot at his first 100-yard game of the year. At halftime, his yards rushing 59 yards on 14 carries. So Pinkett has had a good first half. He's also caught a couple of passes. Berline in the passing department, 12 for 19 for 200 yards and 1 touchdown. Let's take a look at those first half statistics, George.
Yeah, Notre Dame really grinding out the yardage, 293 to 144. They've got 200 yards passing. Berline, 12 for 19, no interception. On the ground, 93 yards, good hard rushing yards on 23 carries. While South Carolina has only got 98 yards on 24 carries and 46 yards passing. They've passed 5 times, completed 2, and had 1 interception. A key interception by Troy Wilson that led to a score.
South Carolina came into this game 15th in the nation in rushing, 12th in total offense, 425 yards, and 8th in scoring. So a good job by the Notre Dame defense in the first half. And George, what do you look for in the second half?
Well, I don't know whether Joe Morrison will go back to Alan Mitchell or he'll stay with Mike Holt, but I look for South Carolina to maybe open up their passing game a little bit. Notre Dame to continue to try and control the ball. Notre Dame gaining confidence in their offense, and a 293-yard first half certainly helps them with their confidence.
Notre Dame, Dunlap on the near side, Brown on the far side, and John Carney will kick it off. 30 minutes of football remaining. Notre Dame leading 17-14. It was Carney's 48-yard field goal that put the Irish on top on the last play of the first half. John Carney last year had 43 out of his 59 kickoffs into the end zone and not returned. Jerry Myers, our spotter, Chuck Freeby, our statistician this afternoon, as Carney is ready to kick off to start the second half. Tremendous kickoff taken by Brown, 1 yard deep in the end zone. Brown right up the middle, has some running room. Pat Ballage finally grabs him. Penalty marker down on the play. Ballage might have grabbed face mask as well. A good run back by Raynard Brown, who has excellent speed. Spotted at the 34, but Notre Dame will be penalized. And that'll add on to the fine run back by Raynard Brown.
Face mask on the kickers. First down.
First down, South Carolina at their 39-yard line. There's Raynard Brown. He's a scat back, 5'8", 179 pounds, runs a 9.5 100-yard dash. First and 10, South Carolina. They have it at their 39-yard line. Mitchell back to throw, being pursued. Now has some running room. Up over the 40 to the 47-yard line before Gann drops him at the 47 along with Mike Golick.
Yeah, Mike,
on the play of 8.
Mike Larkin blitzed on the left side here, and he forced Mitchell out of the pocket. There you see Larkin coming up. And Mitchell got across the line of scrimmage and decided to run. He's got quick feet, a good runner, and picks up about 8 yards.
Second down, 2, South Carolina. They have it at their own 47-yard line. Chris Wade goes wide to the right. Ira Hillary wide to the left. Running backs are Dendy and Haygood. That is Dendy, and Dendy fumbles, and Notre Dame recovers. What a hit. And Mike Golick pounces on the football at the South Carolina 48-yard line. Mike Golick, senior tri-captain from Willowick, Ohio, coming up with a football. First and 10, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame changing up their defense. They went to an even defense. They had a 4-man line there, and watch this hit as Dendy goes in there. And he's hit hard in there and fumbles the ball, and Golick right on it.
So it is first and 10, Notre Dame at the South Carolina 48-yard line. Steve Berline, who had an excellent first half, brings out the Irish. Alan Pinkett trying to get away from a lone defender, and he can't elude Tony Guyton, who made a fine defensive play. The junior defensive end from Dublin, Georgia, beat his blocker and stayed with the play and drops Pinkett after a gain of just 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8 for Notre Dame. Howard goes wide to the left. Milt Jackson on the same side. Jackson in motion. Inside handoff, Chris Smith inside the 40 to the 31-yard line goes Chris Smith before he is tripped up. Fine block by Tim Scannell, the quick guard. First and 10, Notre Dame.
Good double team by the center, Kelly. There you see Kelly and Williams double teaming the tackle. He cuts in behind him. And Smith having a good day today, and they're letting the fullbacks run and giving him room.
Finally stopped by Joe Brooks. It'll be first down, Notre Dame at the 31-yard line. Smith, 6'2", 231 pounds, senior from Cincinnati, LaSalle. Berline's going to put it up. A lot of time. Little ball pass to Smith, and Smith gets to about the 25-yard line. A pickup of around 6 before he is stopped. Brought down by Carl Hill, the linebacker. So it'll bring up a second down and 4 call for Notre Dame at the 25-yard line of South Carolina. Notre Dame bringing in 2 tight ends now. Ricky Gray and Mark Bavaro are the tight ends. Alan Pinkett is out. The lone running back behind Berline is Chris Smith.
South Carolina linebackers very active. They're taking deep drops. That's why that safety valve pass is open.
Chris Smith gets the handoff. Nothing there. Right at the bottom of the pile, Paul Vogel, the middle linebacker, senior from Greenville, South Carolina. It'll be third down and about 4 to go for the first down again. Berline looking to the sideline for a play. Third down and 4.
Scott Grooms is signaling the plays in. He gets them from Mal Moore, the offensive coordinator.
Chris Smith, the lone setback behind Steve Berline on a 3rd and 4 call. Berline rolling out. He's in trouble. Berline still running for his life and fumbles the ball out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So good pursuit by South Carolina. Loss on the play back to the 30-yard line. That was James Seawright in pursuit. And Notre Dame will attempt a long field goal by John Carney. This will be a 47-yard attempt by Carney, who kicked a 48-yarder to end the first half. Carney's 7 for 8 in field goal attempts. Kevin Kelly will snap and Mike Duracola will hold. Kick is in the air. It is long enough. It is good. A 47-yard field goal by John Carney. Notre Dame has taken a 6-point lead here with 11:41 to play in the third quarter. There's a timeout in the action. The score, Notre Dame 20, South Carolina 14, and we'll be back right after a dangerous kickoff return. Little short kickoff this time. Free ball, but it goes out of bounds. Right there to try to recover for Notre Dame was Myers Spence, but it goes out of bounds, and Notre Dame will have to try it again from 5 yards back. Right idea. Too close to the sideline for Carney. That ball is a loose ball. Now, South Carolina can take the ball at the 33-yard line if they opt to do that, or they can have Notre Dame kick it over. It is going to be declined by South Carolina. They'll take that field position at the 33-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Gamecocks at their own 33.
Decline. Going to take the ball.
2014 Notre Dame, 11:41 to go in the third quarter. Alan Mitchell will be the quarterback, the junior from Batesburg-Leesville, South Carolina. He has his wideouts to the same side, the left side, Ira Hillary and Eric Poole. On the action play, pitch back goes to Dendy. Dendy driven out of bounds by Mike Larkin. Larkin, the middle linebacker, with excellent pursuit to the sideline, knocked him out after a pickup of just a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Mike Larkin has been a tough luck guy. He was out a year ago the whole season. This is his first game this year. He had strained knee ligaments, and he looks pretty sharp for not having any practice, being his first game.
Certainly does. 2nd down and 8, South Carolina. They have it at their own 36-yard line. Mitchell inside dive play and a gaping hole for Haygood, who pulls his way to the Notre Dame 45-yard line. Finally tackled by Steve Lawrence along with Troy Wilson. A 1st down, South Carolina.
Bill Barnhill, the right tackle, and Del Wilkes really opened up a hole there. There they hand off to the fullback, and they lull you to sleep, and then all of a sudden they have that quick opener. And a great gain by Kent Haygood.
1st and 10, Gamecocks. They have it at the Notre Dame 45-yard line. Back to pass, Mitchell going for the bundle. It's picked, knocked post, intercepted by Hiawatha Francisco. Going for the bundle to Eric Poole, and Hiawatha Francisco right there.
Good double coverage by the Irish of Notre Dame. Troy Wilson and Hiawatha Francisco in there at strong safety. There you see Hiawatha almost making the interception.
Second down, 10, South Carolina. They have it at the Notre Dame 45-yard line. 11:10 left to play in the third quarter. Haygood and Dendy are the running backs. Mitchell back to throw. Looks upfield. Going to the far sideline. It is caught out of bounds by Hillary. Pat Ballage right out, and Hillary caught it, but out of bounds. So it'll be a third down and 10 call. Greg Dingens coming in defensively for Notre Dame. Coming out is Wally Klein. Third and 10 Gamecocks at the Notre Dame 45-yard line.
South Carolina opening up their offense in the first half. They only threw 5 passes, completed 2, and had 1 intercepted.
Hillary wide to the left, wide to the right is Eric Poole on a third down and 10 call, and Mitchell's going to put it up again. Gets one over the middle. It's picked off, intercepted at the 33-yard line. Intercepted at the 33-yard line by Notre Dame, and Notre Dame will take over.
Well, Eric Poole, the receiver, fell down, as we can see. Alan Mitchell looks left, throws right. There the receiver, Poole, fell down.
Troy Wilson, the intercept for Notre Dame. It's first and 10 Irish. They have it at their own 33-yard line. So Wilson gets his second interception of the game. First and 10 call. Chris Smith, a big hole up the middle. Barrels to the 47-yard line. Carl Hill finally brought him down. It is first and 10 Notre Dame.
Notre Dame offensive line led by Kelly, the center there, and Scannell, the left guard. Williams. Watch Chris Smith. He makes a fine cutback against the grain, and the fullbacks are gaining good yardage today.
There's Chris Smith. First and 10 Notre Dame at their own 47. Here's Smith again. Not much there. He was tripped up on the line of scrimmage by Carl Hill, who's had a fine game defensively for South Carolina. He's a freshman who redshirted last year out of Memphis, Tennessee. Pick up on the play of 2. It'll be second down and 8. Notre Dame leading 20-14. We have 10:20 left to play in the third quarter. Jackson wide to the right, Joe Howard wide to the left. Lone running back is Chris Smith. 2 tight ends, Bavaro and Ricky Gray. Play action pass up the middle. Milt Jackson in and out of his hands. In and out of the grasp of Milt Jackson, who was hit immediately by Paul Vogel. So it'll be a third down and 8 call for Steve Berline.
Well, the pass was on target. Jackson kind of took a peek at that defender coming up, and it bounced off his shoulder pads.
There's Brian Gilliard, number 20, free safety for South Carolina. He's a senior from Hinesville, Georgia. Had 16 tackles against Notre Dame last year. Third down and 8. South Carolina showing blitz. They're coming. In trouble, and Gilliard, the sack of Berline back at the 40-yard line. South Carolina showed blitz. They did blitz. A safety blitz by Bryant Gilliard.
Bryant Gilliard ran right by Alan Pinkett. You'll see it on the corner of your screen. Pinkett tries to block him low, but Gilliard puts his hands out and runs right around Pinkett. Pinkett not known for his blocking.
Mike Viricola will punt for Notre Dame. Big rush, Viricola, good, high punt, fair catch called and made at the 14-yard line. South Carolina will have it first and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A fine punt by Viricola. There's a timeout in the action with a score. Notre Dame 20, South Carolina 14. We'll be back. The rains, and the rain starting to fall here for the third successive week. A lot of rain in the Air Force game, a lot of rain the week before in the Miami game. field is still fairly dry as South Carolina comes out 1st and 10 from their own 14. Inside handoff Lewis. A fumble. Notre Dame recovers. Mike Gann pounces on the football. Quentin Lewis, the ball carrier. It was Golick and Gann combining on the tackle and the fumble recovery for Notre Dame.
It's an inside handoff there to Quentin Lewis. There he's hit by Golick. The ball pops right out. And Mike Gann there on top of it. Very opportunistic.
Mike Golick forcing the fumble. Mike Gann recovering 1st and 10 Notre Dame at the South Carolina 14-yard line. Berline has Smith and Pinkett, the running backs behind him. Milt Jackson goes in motion. Alan Pinkett gets the call. Pinkett fights his way to the 3-yard line, a first down. Alan Pinkett to the 3-yard line. It's 1st and 10 Notre Dame. He was finally stopped by Carl Hill.
Well, everybody's been wondering what's wrong with the Notre Dame running game. What's wrong with Alan Pinkett? The only thing that was wrong, the line is blocking now, and Pinkett's running. Good blocking up front.
Tom Monahan has checked in for Notre Dame at fullback. It's Monahan and Pinkett, the running backs. Along with 2 tight ends. Here's Alan Pinkett over the top. Didn't get there. Got to about the 1-foot line. Stopped by Paul Vogel. It'll be 2nd down and goal to go.
Pinkett's the guy trying to go over the top, but South Carolina's linebackers just too good. Number 28, the cornerback, Otis Morris, coming up. Going over the top is all right when you're down on about the 1-yard line, but not from 2 or 3 yards out.
2nd down and goal to go, Notre Dame. From the power I formation. Alan Pinkett up over the top. He stopped at the goal line. There is a flag down, and Notre Dame appeared to be in motion on the play. One of the fullbacks, I believe, jumped. I think Notre Dame was in motion on the play, and that's going to put them 5 yards back. Motion. It is a motion penalty. It's going to put the ball back to the 6-yard line, where the down will go over 2nd down and goal to go. So it's 2nd and goal for Notre Dame as Berline looks to the sideline for the play. Fullbacks are Smith and Monahan. Alan Pinkett is the tailback and 2 tight ends in the power I formation. Here's Pinkett. He's going to throw back to Berline. Touchdown! Pinkett had the entire South Carolina Fire Ant defense going with him, and Berline was wide open.
Well, we'll watch Pinkett go out there. It's not much of a pass, but he gets it off. All he had to do was throw it up in the air, and Berline got it. Now, this is legal in college ball, but in professional football, you cannot, once the quarterback handles the ball, he cannot catch a pass. But in college, they can.
So Alan Pinkett now has scored a rushing touchdown and passed for a touchdown to Steve Berline, the quarterback, and Notre Dame leads 26-14. Notre Dame now is going to attempt a 2-point conversion.
Well, you see Steve Berline looking at his ready list on his left wrist there.
Alan Pinkett running from the slot back spot. Chris Smith, the running back behind Berline, a 2-point conversion attempt. In motion goes Milt Jackson. Berline rolling out. He's being pursued, and he was whacked down hard by a blitzing free safety, Bryant Gilliard, and the 2-point conversion attempt is not good.
Well, he was going to throw to Alan Pinkett going the other way. He was going to return the compliment, but he didn't get far enough. That's Gilliard right on top of him. He can't get the ball to Alan Pinkett, who's out in the left flat.
8:05 remaining to be played in the third quarter. Notre Dame has taken a 26-14 lead over South Carolina. Miami leading Pittsburgh at halftime 10-0. Iowa leading Michigan 12-0 in the third quarter, and Georgia rolling over Vanderbilt at halftime 42-21. Ohio State and Michigan State 3-0 Buckeyes. Clemson 24, Duke nothing in the second quarter. Florida leads Cincinnati 17-0 also in the second quarter. Notre Dame leading here 26-14, scoring on a 6-yard touchdown pass from Alan Pinkett to quarterback Steve Burleigh. John Carney will kick off. The deep men are Raynard Brown on the top of your screen, and on the bottom of your screen, Jerry Dunlap. Carney comes down on the ball, this time drives it toward the end zone, fielded on the 1-yard line by Dunlap. Dunlap tripped up at the 17-yard line. Good coverage by the Notre Dame kicking team. Pat Busick was right there along with Brandy Wells.
There's a scoring drive, just 3 plays, 14 yards, and Alan Pinkett, 6-yard pass to the quarterback, Steve Burleigh.
Following a fumble recovery deep in South Carolina territory, the fumble produced as a result of a hard hit by Mike Golick. Holt is the new quarterback, throwing up the middle, nearly picked off. Looked like a mix-up in signals, trying to hit his tight end, Chris Corley. Steve Lawrence was right there. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Mike Holt, the junior from Tempe, Arizona, transfer from Mesa Community College in Arizona. The Gamecock and the Leprechaun. 2nd down and 10, South Carolina at their own 17-yard line. Mike Gann is out of the Irish defensive lineup. Greg Dingens in to replace him. Hold an inside handoff. Not a whole lot of running room for Thomas Dendy, as Ron Weisenhofer was right there. Excuse me, that was Raynard Brown, not Dendy. Raynard Brown, the sophomore from Greensboro, North Carolina. Picking up on the play 3, it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Gamecocks. Coming in with a play from the bench is Bill Bradshaw, flanker. He's a senior from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Bradshaw and Hillary are wide to the right. Running backs are Quentin Lewis and Raynard Brown. Hold back to pass, has a lot of time. Now firing deep downfield, and it is knocked down. Great coverage by Hiawatha Francisco and Troy Wilson. But Holt shows you how far he can throw that football.
Well, he really hung it out there, but good double coverage by the Notre Dame secondary. Holt has all day long. He faked the play action. Watch the arm. Throws it about 60 yards on the run. Look at that double coverage there by Hiawatha Francisco and Troy Wilson. Wilson has 2 interceptions.
O'Connor, a low punt, hits at midfield and takes a lateral bounce and is down by South Carolina on the Notre Dame 47, so the Irish will start in good field position. Notre Dame leading 26-14 with 7:05 left to play in the third quarter. Penn State leading Syracuse, Ricky Gray and Mark Bavaro. The lone running back is Chris Smith. Burleigh on a 1st and 10 call. Chris Smith gets the handoff, and Chris Smith is tripped up after a gain of about a yard by James Sumter, the defensive end from Camden, South Carolina. Sumter had a good game against Notre Dame last year with 10 tackles. Pick up on that play of a couple by Smith. Brings up a 2nd down and 8 call. Alan Pinkett coming in with a play from the bench. Going out is one of the tight ends, Ricky Gray. Tim Brown wide to the right, wide to the left is Reggie Ward. Is on. Burleigh looking up the middle, overshoots his intended receiver, number 81, Tim Brown. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 call.
Burleigh had Timmy Brown open. South Carolina showed a blitz that time, and it seems that every time they show a blitz, Of course, that means that the receivers are covered man for man, and Berline just seems to hurry his passes just a trifle too much.
3rd down and 8 call for Berline. Ball at the Notre Dame 49. Berline straight back to pass. Gets one over the middle. It is in and out of the grasp of his intended receiver, Reggie Ward. It'll be 4th down, and Notre Dame will be forced to punt. Earl Johnson defending on the play.
That ball kind of went end over end. It must be, playing conditions must be getting pretty sloppy down there due to the rain.
Mike Viricola to punt. The deep man, Jerry Dunlap, for South Carolina. Viricola gets the boot away. Dunlap will take it at the 13-yard line, back over the 20 and up to the 27-yard line before he's brought down by Brian Beamer. So it'll be 1st and 10 South Carolina. They'll have it at their own 27-yard line. 38-yard punt, a nice return by Dunlap. There's the timeout of the action with the score. Notre Dame 26, South Carolina 14. Junior from Easley, South Carolina. He has picked up 66 yards on 8 carries and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, he shows remarkable speed for his size.
2nd down, about a half a yard to go for a 1st down. Mike Holt is the quarterback. Here's a wide pitch to Dendy. Dendy has the 1st down to the 40-yard line before he's stopped by Troy Wilson. Thomas Dendy picking up the 1st down. Dendy picked up 848 yards his freshman year, broke George Rogers' mark.
That's a pitch to Dendy. Watch the pursuit of the linebackers of Notre Dame. There's Gant coming in. Troy Wilson coming up, but Weisenhofer on the top of the pile and Mike Larkin on the bottom.
1st and 10 South Carolina. They have it at their own 40-yard line. Hold back to pass. Slips down, and he is sacked. Now he laterals it off, and I guess the play is still in number 57. Carl Womble, an offensive tackle, got a lateral, and the play goes. It looked like Holt was down. He was in the grasp of several Irish defenders. But watch this offensive tackle with his imitation of George Connor.
Yeah, Carl Womble there. The play should have been blown dead right there. But Womble, he said, what am I doing with the football? He knows how to hold it pretty well. Look at that nice move that tackle made. Boy, give me a lineman that can run any day.
2nd down and 3, and Haygood is hit right at the line of scrimmage and burst forward to the 50. Stopped by Gant and Griffin, but he's close to a 1st down. 4:10 left to play in the 3rd quarter. It's 26-14 Notre Dame. The officials will call timeout for a measurement. Raining here for the 3rd successive Saturday at Notre Dame, Indiana. It did not rain in the 1st half at all. Notre Dame led at halftime 17-14 on a 48-yard field goal by John Carney. Inches short of a 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and that much to go for a 1st down. Well, coming up at the end of the game, we'll select the player of the game. This award is sponsored by our good friends at Subaru. Thank you, gentlemen, for your support of the National Independent Football Network. 3rd down inches. Mike Holt is the quarterback. Brings the Gamecocks out, led by center Tom Garner, 3-year letterman who's celebrating his 22nd birthday today. The offensive center for South Carolina. He's out of Roswell, Georgia. Quarterback sneak, 1st down hold, so South Carolina will have it 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Let's take a look at Del Wilkes, the offensive right guard, number 62.
He's losing his footing there. I don't know what kind of shoes he's wearing, but he couldn't get his footing, and he still made enough yardage for the 1st down, though. 1st and 10, South Carolina at the 49-yard line. Hold on the option play. Look out. He's racked down for a loss of 2 on the play by Mike Larkin. Larkin, along with Robert Banks, and what a difference, the senior from Cincinnati Moeller, number 42,
has made, and Larkin is down.
Yeah, and he's holding that bad knee. I hope he's all right. 2 Notre Dame players down.
Mike Larkin is such an outstanding football player, and he has had an injury-plagued career. Missed all of last year with a broken arm, was out all of this year until this game with knee ligaments. He is limping. Klein is also injured, the big defensive tackle from Midland, Texas. He comes off. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for South Carolina.
Well, Wally Klein is 6'8", 278 pounds, and if he gets injured, there's nobody that can carry him off. He's got to come off under his own power.
Hold back to pass. Up the middle. Got his man to the 41-yard line. Shy of a first down, but it is complete to Danny Smith, the tight end, who is stopped by Ron Weisenhofer. From hold to Danny Smith, a freshman from Atlanta.
Mike Holt has been trying to go deep. He just gets it off, and he gets it to Danny Smith over the middle with a delayed pattern, and it looked like a late hit there by 37. That's Dave Butler, but they didn't call it.
Butler, a sophomore from Sylvania, Ohio. It's 3rd down and 2 for South Carolina. Dendy and Haygood, the running backs behind Mike Holt. Haygood gets the call. He gets the first down inside the 40 to the 37, where he's stopped by Dave Butler. Excellent running by Kent Haygood this afternoon, a junior from Easley, South Carolina. It's 1st and 10, Gamecocks at the Notre Dame 37-yard line. Bill Bradshaw comes wide to the right. To the left is Chris Wade on a 1st and 10 call, and there is a penalty down on the play.
Danny Smith, the tight end, number 41, who just caught that pass, moved on the line of scrimmage. He was in motion. Once you get set, you cannot move like that.
So that'll cost them 5 and bring up a 1st and 15. The ball will be brought back to the Notre Dame 42-yard line. We have 2.5 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Notre Dame leading South Carolina 26-14. Coming in with a play from the bench is Eric Poole for South Carolina, number 5. Poole is a junior from Spartanburg, South Carolina. He'll go wide to the left, and wide to the right comes Bill Bradshaw. Running backs are Dendy and Haygood. 1st and 15, and Mike Gann jumps offside. Gann claiming that someone moved on the offensive line, but we'll see what the officials say. Encroachment on Notre Dame, so South Carolina has the 5 back, and it'll be 1st and 10 South Carolina at the Notre Dame 37-yard line. 1st and 10. Hillary comes wide to the right, wide to the left is Eric Poole. Tight end is Danny Smith. Hold back to pass. Being chased by Gann. Gets away from Gann. Gets away from another defender. Inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, where he is stood up by Ron Weisenhofer, but a pickup of 9 yards on the scramble by Holt.
Yeah, what a scrappy guy, Mike Holt. Watch this fake he puts on Dave Butler, the linebacker, number 37. He does it all with his arm there. Butler goes sliding by, and Holt picking up good yardage, but still short of a first down.
It'll be a 2nd down and 1 call for Holt. Hillary goes wide to the left, wide to the right comes Chris Wade. 2nd down and a yard to go for the first down. This is Haygood racing wide. Haygood gets outside, cuts back in, finally stopped by Ballage at the 17-yard line, but a first down, South Carolina. Impressive running by Kent Haygood.
And good blocking by the wide receiver, Ira Hillary. He was downfield, and he threw a key block on Pat Ballage. Pat Ballage not coming up. He was 5 yards back, but Ira Hillary had him screened off, and Haygood got to the outside.
Haygood has picked up 81 yards on 11 carries for South Carolina. It's 1st and 10. Gamecocks, they have it at the Notre Dame 17-yard line. This is Haygood again. Barrels for about 4 to the 13-yard line before he's stopped by Ron Weisenhofer. Notre Dame hurting at linebacker with Larkin being taken out of the game due to an injury. And Mike Kovaleski has not played at all this afternoon. Kovaleski must have been injured. He might have been in early in the game. I don't think he was.
I haven't seen him in there. Of course, he's had that bad finger, which was severely infected last week, and he played. But maybe they decided to hold him out this week to get him healthy.
Second down and about 7. Hold back to pass. Looking upfield, being pursued by Golick. Gets one. Oh, he throws it into the seats.
Threw that to his brother.
He must have thrown that to, a relative about the 10th row up.
Thomas Dendy made a beautiful block on Mike Golick, who was coming in from the left linebacker position. He upended him, but Golick, not to be denied, got up and chased Mike Holt and put more pressure on him, so he threw the ball up in the stand.
Third down call for a hold. He has 7 to go for a first down. He has the ball at the Notre Dame 13-yard line. Tom Garner, the offensive center, comes over the ball. Hillary wide to the right. Poole wide to the left. Poole gets away from Gann. Now he's going to scramble, and he's brought down from behind by Greg Dingens, and he's going to be short of a first down. Good effort by Greg Dingens, the junior from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan.
Notre Dame has had more pursuit today from their down linemen.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 26, South Carolina 14. Notre Dame leading 26-14. 15 minutes left to play as we start the fourth and final quarter. South Carolina has a fourth down and a yard and a half to go for the first down. Calling the signals is Mike Holt. Pitch back to Lewis, racing wide. Gets a pass away, and it is picked off. There's a penalty down. There's an official down. And a penalty marker thrown in the end zone. It was picked off by Hiawatha Francisco, but we're going to get an interference call in the end zone.
I believe Pat Ballage was down there covering Bill Bradshaw, and the official got picked off himself after he made the call. It was a long developing play because Lewis ran so far to set it up.
Interference in the end zone. Let's watch it.
Well, let's watch Quentin Lewis. He really makes a good fake of this run. He runs way out there. He's looking for Bill Bradshaw. Excuse me, Hiawatha made the call there. It was
Francisco, the interception, and the interference was called on Troy Wilson. Makes it a first down and goal at the 2.5-yard line. First and goal to go for South Carolina. This is Haygood. Haygood did not get there. Met head on at the 1-foot line by Hiawatha Francisco. It'll be second down and goal to go for South Carolina.
Hiawatha Francisco playing much better today. He's at the strong safety spot, and he was an offensive player, and he's been turned to defense this year, and he's learning every week by playing. Haygood lost his shoe on that play, ran right out of it.
Ball spotted at the 1-yard line where it's second down and goal to go. Old calling the signals, quarterback sneak, and he is close. He's into the end zone for a touchdown, South Carolina. Mike Holt sneaking it in, the 5'11", 195-pound junior from Tempe, Arizona. South Carolina has scored here. Big pileup, but one of the officials ruled touchdown, and that's exactly what it is. Let's look at it from the ground level.
Yeah, we're looking right down the line there.
Well, he got the ball over the end line, then he lost it.
Well,
then he fumbled it. Big pileup.
Once you cross the plane of the goal line and you have the ball in your possession, it's a touchdown. You don't have to hang on to it.
If, in fact, his knees weren't down before he got his hands over the end zone, but it has been ruled a touchdown, and now South Carolina will go for a 2-point conversion. Notre Dame leading 26-20. So South Carolina will attempt the 2-point conversion. Hold's running backs are Thomas Dendy and Kent Haygood. Haygood gets into the end zone for a 2-point conversion, and it's 26-22 as Kent Haygood just piles over from 3 yards out. Notre Dame's lead is trimmed to 4 points. There's a timeout of the action. The score, Notre Dame 26.
Good power play. Nobody touched them in for the 2 points.
Good blocking by Bill Barnhill, the offensive tackle, along with Del Wilkes, the offensive right guard. And Hagler will kick off for South Carolina. Scott Hagler. Setterquist has been kicking off, but now it's going to be Hagler, and the deep men for Notre Dame are Alonzo Jefferson and Hiawatha Francisco. 26-22, Notre Dame leading, 14-11 left to play. Hagler to do the kicking. It's a driving kickoff taken by Jefferson at the 2. Alonzo Jefferson back up, and he is rocked down hard at the 23-yard line. Brought down by Jimmy Gatling. First and 10 Notre Dame. They have it at the 24-yard line. South Carolina's defense coming out charged up and enticing their fans in the north end zone to spur them on. Steve Berline at quarterback. As Joe Howard wide to the right, wide to the left is Milt Jackson. Chris Smith and Alan Pinkett are the running backs behind Berline. Play action. Fires one that's picked off by South Carolina at the 30-yard line, an interception, and the Gamecocks have it first and 10. Paul Vogel, the middle linebacker, picking off the interception.
Well, he was in the right spot. He didn't take a deep drop. I don't know whether Berline saw him, but Berline trying to go to his tight end. Berline throws the ball quite on the line. He doesn't get an arch to it, and Vogel there jumps high. There was intended for small wonder Howard. Good interception, key interception by South Carolina.
First and 10 Gamecocks. They have it at the Notre Dame 30-yard line. Mike Hold is the quarterback. This is Haygood. Gets away from one man, fights his way down to the 22-yard line. A good effort by Kent Haygood, and I can't say enough about that running back. Haygood, a junior from Easley, South Carolina, on sheer effort, picks up 7. It'll be second down and 3.
Well, a beautiful running about Haygood. He can run with power up the middle, but he can run with speed to the outside. He's got 93 yards on 14 carries. And he sets up his blockers so well when he goes to the outside.
Haygood and Dendy are the running backs behind Hold on a second down and 3 call. Here's Haygood again. At this time, he fumbles. Notre Dame has recovered. Haygood fumbles. Notre Dame recovers. Jerry Winley with the hit. Winley, a third-team nose guard starting this season, has had a tremendous game at middle guard.
Watch Winley. He comes out. He doesn't give up. He's hit there by Wally Klein, and Winley covered the ball before he went out of bounds. Good break for Notre Dame. They made their break.
Thanks to Wally Klein's hit and Winley's recovery, it's first and 10 Notre Dame at their own 26-yard line. Alan Pinkett. Pinkett cuts it up to about the 35-yard line. A pickup of 8 on the play by Pinkett. It'll be second down and 2. He was stopped by Rick Rabune, senior from La Palma, California. Alan Pinkett this afternoon, 83 yards, 18 carries, 1 touchdown, and he's also passed for a touchdown to Steve Berline. Second down and 2. For Pinkett, that's his best rushing effort in a game this season. Previous high, 76 against Air Force. Here's Alan Pinkett, nailed behind the line of scrimmage on a big defensive play by Glenn Woodley, the tackle from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Woodley just breaks right through a blocker there with good pursuit and gets Pinkett before he can get going. He went right by Kelly, the center.
So it is a 3rd down and long call now for Berline. The ball at their own 30-yard line. 12:38 left to play. 26-22 Notre Dame. Berline on a handoff, the draw play to Pinkett. Pinkett nowhere to go. Is corralled at the 31-yard line after a gain of 1 yard. South Carolina waiting for a good defensive play by Chris Major, the cornerback from Valdosta, Georgia. So the punting situation is on for Notre Dame. Mike Viricola will punt. The deep man is Jerry Dunlap for South Carolina. Dunlap coming into this game averaging 9 6/10 yards per punt return. 10 men on the line of scrimmage for South Carolina. Good snap. They're coming after it. Viricola gets it off, though, nicely. And it takes a Notre Dame roll inside the 30 to the 25 where it's down. And it'll be 1st and 10 Gamecocks. They'll have it at their own 25-yard line. A good 45-yard punt by Viricola under pressure. There's the timeout of the action with the score. Notre Dame 26, South Carolina 22. This is the Freedom Bowl from Anaheim, California. And on December 29th, it's the Aloha Bowl from Honolulu, Hawaii. Both games start at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Pacific Time. Be sure to check your local listings for the station in your area carrying the Freedom and Aloha Bowls exclusively on TCS Metro Sports. A reverse to Hillary. Hillary gets a block. Hillary tightrope walking along the sideline up to the 36-yard line. Enough for a 1st down, South Carolina. Great block by Danny Smith.
Well-executed play. South Carolina noting that the Notre Dame pursuing there, and there Hillary coming around. He gets a good block from his center. That's Garner, number 55, out in front.
So it is a 1st and 10 South Carolina. They have it at their own 36-yard line. Mike Hold has come on for Alan Mitchell to guide the Gamecocks, and he's done an excellent job. On the option, Hold keeps, and he slips down. After getting to about the 38-yard line, Mike Gann was right there to stop him. There is a penalty marker down on the play. Face mask against Notre Dame. Faust doesn't like that call. 11:26 left to play, and the face mask penalty will cost Notre Dame. Five-yard penalty makes it 1st and 5.
Notre Dame really banged up at the linebackers. Now have Cedric Figueroa in there, the freshman at the right linebacker, and John McCabe in at the left linebacker.
1st down and 5. Hold keeps. Hold gets a 1st down and then some to midfield before he's finally dragged down by Ron Weisenhofer. But a 1st down, South Carolina at midfield. 11:10 left to play. Not enough time for that man, Joe Morrison. Too much time for Jerry Faust on the other sideline. Notre Dame leading by 4. Notre Dame led at the half, 17-14. Eric Poole comes in with a play from the bench. He'll be wide to the left. Wide to the right is Ira Hillary on a 1st and 10 from midfield. Hold gets away from one man. He scrambles for 5 to about the 46-yard line. Mike Griffin finally stopped him. Watch Mike Griffin, the sophomore from Cleveland Heights, Ohio.
Mike's playing that nose guard up on the center. There he gets through. And he follows. Gets a shot at the quarterback and brings him down.
Gain of 4 on the play by Hold. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Looks upfield, got his man, great catch by Haygood, and Haygood to the 36, and he's hit head on by Robert Banks, along with Ron Weisenhofer, but a 1st down, South Carolina.
Very timely pass coming out of the backfield. Mike Holt going on quick counts. Haygood checking off, goes across right in front of the linebackers. You see Weisenhofer. Watch that hit by Banks. That was helmet to helmet and a first down.
Haygood holding out, and it's 1st and 10, South Carolina at the Notre Dame 36-yard line. Holt calls the signals. Hold on the option play, cuts it back up. Holt gets about 3, and there he's dragged down by Mike Griffin, the nose guard, and Robert Banks. It'll bring up a 2nd down and pickup of only 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 for South Carolina. Gamecocks bringing in now Quentin Lewis at a running back, along with Bill Bradshaw at a wide receiver. Also checking in is Chris Wade as a wide receiver. 26-22 Notre Dame, 9:13 left to play. 2nd down and 8 call for Mike Holt. Holt straight back, looks upfield, has a lot of time, now throws one way into the stands again. The fans are booing, they want intentional grounding. It'll be a 3rd down and 8 call for Holt.
Yeah, we're isolated on Ballage. He's backing up. He's covering Chris Wade, number 2. And he falls down, but Holt is having trouble back there, and he decided that Ballage had him covered, and he threw the ball up in the stand.
That turf is wet with the rains here in the 2nd half. It'll be a 3rd down and 8 call. Holt back to pass. Being rushed. Gets away from the rush. He's going to run for a 1st down and maybe more. Holt inside the 5. Touchdown, South Carolina. A great scrambling effort by Mike Holt, the junior quarterback, and the Gamecocks take the lead.
Mike Holt, he's really been sensational out there. He gets a good rush there. He decides to tuck it away. Watch if we can see the Notre Dame player slipping with his cutting. There's a good block on Steve Lawrence, and he powers into the end zone. Nice running by Mike Holt.
Good block by Eric Poole, the wide receiver.
Let's look at it from behind the offense here. You can see what the quarterback sees ahead of him. Watch him look around there to see where the openings are. Here's the cut on Steve Lawrence, and a good block there by Eric Poole. And he powers in, and we have a Notre Dame player down on the goal line.
So South Carolina has taken the lead here, 28-26 with 8:49 remaining to be played. A conversion attempt by Scott Hagler, a sophomore from Dublin, Georgia. That, I believe, is Pat Ballage, who was shaken up on the play. Ballage, the junior from Pueblo, Colorado. We have 8:49 left to play. South Carolina's taken the lead on a brilliant scramble by Mike Holt. Holt, the backup quarterback, has done an excellent job at bringing the Gamecocks back. Jerry Faust now on the sideline. Has seen his Fighting Irish fall behind, but they still have 8:49 left to play. Pat Ballage being attended to in the north end zone. It is good. So South Carolina now with a 3-point lead. 8:49 left to play. There's a timeout in the action. The score is South Carolina 29, Notre Dame 26. We'll be back right after this.
Last year, car makers spent a record $1 billion in advertising just to tell you how wonderful their cars are. Fortunately, there's a more objective opinion: car owners. According to a recent survey of all cars in America, import or domestic, Subaru ranks second only to Mercedes in customer satisfaction. And that's the kind of advertising money can't buy. Subaru. Inexpensive and built to stay that way.
this bud's to everyone who tackles the changes and challenges of that new promotion.
This bud's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So this is you. For all you do,
Yep, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
for all you do. This bud's for you.
Hagler will kick. 29-26, South Carolina by 3. 8 minutes, 49 seconds left to play in the rain here at Notre Dame Stadium. Notre Dame led at the half, 17-14. As he kicks off, and it's taken by Brown. He fumbles, picks up his own fumble. Brown straight up the middle to the 27, where he's dropped at the 27-yard line by that fine special teams player for South Carolina, Jimmy Gatling, number 51. At this time, TCS Metro Sports would like to thank the following individuals for their assistance in the production of today's telecast. The University of South Carolina Athletic Director Bob Markham, Head Coach Joe Morrison, SID Sid Wilson, Tom Price. For the University of Notre Dame, Athletic Director Gene Corrigan, Head Coach Jerry Faust, SID Roger Baldessari, Assistant SIDs John Heisler and Eddie White. Our thanks to all of those fine people for their help with our telecast this afternoon. Now Notre Dame has called a time to one of the fine special teamers for South Carolina, number 51, Jimmy Gatling.
Well, he's really going down on the kickoff. He's done this all day long. Now this is called desire. Look at that speed. He's out in front. He sheds a blocker there. Number 66, Robbie Finnegan. And then he comes up and makes a head-on tackle.
First and 10, Notre Dame. They have it at their own 27-yard line. Burline, quick pass in and out of the grasp of Ricky Gray, the tight end. So it'll be second down and 10, Notre Dame at their own 27-yard line.
Ricky Gray was wide open. Burline put a little too much stuff on it, and Ricky Gray could not handle it.
8:39 left to play. South Carolina leading by 3, 29-26. Milt Jackson goes wide to the left. Wide to the right is Joe Howard. The lone running back is Chris Smith. On a second and 10 call for Burline. Hand off to Chris Smith. He fumbles. South Carolina ball loose. South Carolina has recovered at the Notre Dame 17-yard line. Chris Smith the fumble. The Gamecocks have pounced on the football, and South Carolina has it first and 10 inside the Notre Dame 20-yard line as tempers flare.
Well, the handoff to Chris Smith going to the outside. The ball is bounced out. 2 or 3 South Carolina players after it. I believe number 21, Dick Raboon, recovered it.
Offsetting penalties, personal fouls on both sides. South Carolina will have it first and 10 at their own, at the Notre Dame 17-yard line. We look at a stunned Irish bench. Mike Kovaleski is in for the first time this afternoon, number 49 defensively for Notre Dame. South Carolina 4 turnovers, Notre Dame 3. Mike Holt, the quarterback. Wide pitch. This is Brown. Brown inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. Close to a first down. Hiawatha Francisco finally knocked him out of bounds. But Raynard Brown, the scat back, picking up substantial yardage.
Well, they just keep running those backs at you. They've really got them. Haygood, Quentin Lewis, Dendy, Brown.
Ball at the Notre Dame 7-yard line. First down and goal to go, South Carolina. 29-26, Gamecocks lead. Wide pitch to Brown again. Brown tries to cut it back, and he gets to the 5 and no more. Brought down by Mike Golick on the play. After a pickup of 2, it'll be second down and goal to go.
He was slowed up by Mike Kovaleski, who made penetration into the backfield.
Ball at the 5-yard line. Second down, goal to go. South Carolina leading by 3, and they have the ball. Old calling the signal. Racing wide and cutting back in. Lewis dives for a Gamecock touchdown, does Quentin Lewis, the senior from Midway, Georgia. Quentin Lewis diving in for the score, and South Carolina now leads 35-26. So the Gamecocks, who are 5-0, have taken a lead here in the fourth quarter of 9.
Just a straight pitch. Quentin Lewis goes behind. Good blocking there. 77, Jim Walsh, the left guard, got a good block, but Quentin Lewis up over the top and in for another Gamecock score.
Now the conversion attempt by Hagler. Under the hold of Jim Desmond. Ball spotted. His kick is up, and it is good. We have 7:47 left to play. There's a timeout in the action with the score. South Carolina 36 and Notre Dame 26. We'll be back right after this. 47 left to play. Scott Hagler will kick off for the Gamecocks. So South Carolina, an explosive second half, led by their backup quarterback, junior Mike Hold. Notre Dame will receive. Hiawatha Francisco and Tim Brown are the deep men. It'll be taken by Hiawatha Francisco at the 3-yard line. Francisco nailed at the 16-yard line. There was Gatling down on the play again. Number 51. As Francisco could only get it to the 16, it'll be 1st and 10 Notre Dame.
Well, it took 3 plays for South Carolina to get in on a 5-yard run by Quentin Lewis, and that was a fumble by Chris Smith. But Roberts recovered on the Notre Dame 17.
The Notre Dame down by 10 with also the clock against them. 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Burline hands off to Pinkett. Pinkett gets up to the 21, a pickup of about 5 before he's dropped at the 21-yard line. Alan Pinkett, the ball carrier, getting to the 21, where it'll be 2nd down and 5 for Notre Dame. Playing at a steady and fairly hard rate. Joe Howard goes wide right, Milt Jackson wide left. Burline, another handoff. Pinkett really rocked down hard at the line of scrimmage. Alan Pinkett picking up maybe 1 yard at most. So it's a 3rd and 4 call. Miami leading Pittsburgh 27-7. Bernie Kosar is out of that game now with an ankle injury. Iowa defeating Michigan 26-0. Big win for the Hawkeyes in Big Ten play. Georgia 59, Vanderbilt 27 in the fourth quarter. Here it's 3rd and 4. Burline in some trouble. Gets a wobbly pass. Got Joe Howard. Howard has a 1st down at the 37-yard line. The Notre Dame on a 3rd down conversion, and a big one here to Joe Howard.
Steve Burline really hung in there, waited for Joe Howard to get open. Sumter got blocked behind him. And a good catch and pickup, and I believe Howard got cracked in the jaw on that play.
Howard's still in there. He's wide to the left. Milt Jackson wide to the right. Burline calls the signals with Alan Pinkett, the lone running back, behind him. He gets a pitch, and Pinkett, racing inside, is corralled down after a pickup of around 5. Brought down by Chris Major, the sophomore cornerback from Valdosta, Georgia. Glenn Woodley shaken up on the play for South Carolina.
Notre Dame still staying on the ground, and Pinkett trying to get the outside there. Pinkett now 87 yards and 23 carries.
Glenn Woodley, the 235-pound senior defensive tackle, behind with Arkansas 7-3. Auburn shutting out Georgia Tech 24-0. Here it's 36-26 South Carolina. And absolutely nothing there for Chris Smith. Smith picking up maybe 1 yard on a late developing play was stopped by Frank Wright. And Notre Dame now on a 3rd down and 4 call will be forced again to go to the air. 5:38 left to play. Notre Dame down by 10. 2 running plays, and now we'll have to pass. They got a 3rd down conversion from Berline. And now they need another one. 3rd down. Berline rolling out, looking upfield. He's going deep, and it is caught by Reggie Ward. Ward out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Rick Rabune, the senior from La Palma, California, saving a touchdown. Reggie Ward, the freshman who can flat out fly, had to wait for the pass a little bit, but he waited and caught it.
There was a rollout to the right, and Reggie Ward just kept on running upfield. Berline got it to him. He outran Otis Morris, the cornerback, number 28. At 21, Rick Rabune saved the day.
1st and 10, Notre Dame. Berline rolling out, looking upfield. He's going to try to run it, and he gets a few inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. A pickup of around 3 or 4 by Berline. Stopped by Joe Brooks along with Danny Miller. To the 13-yard line, call it a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6, Notre Dame. Alan Pinkett checking in offensively for Notre Dame.
Well, Notre Dame down 10 points. They got to think about that clock. They got to get in and score because they need 2 scores to win or tie.
Playing in a steady rain in Notre Dame Stadium at 2nd down and 6 for the Fighting Irish. Here's Alan Pinkett. Pinkett inside the 10. Pinkett pulls his way close to the end zone. He is shy by about a half a yard. Touchdown saving tackle by Chris Major.
Alan Pinkett with a lot of speed going around the left end. He makes a little jog in. He gets away from the linebacker Hill, and he drives in before being driven out. He now has 99 yards and 24 carries.
Tom Manahan checks in for Notre Dame. They're in the power I on a 1st down and goal to go. Berline to Pinkett. Pinkett over the top. Touchdown Notre Dame. Alan Pinkett with his first 100-yard rushing day of the year and his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. He has also passed for a touchdown, and it's now 36-32. Notre Dame will go for a 2-point conversion.
Pinkett goes to the offside. The 2 fullbacks in the power I went right. Pinkett went on his own, but made it in for the score.
For Pinkett in his career, that's the 12th 100-yard game of his career. The all-time Notre Dame record is 13 by Vegas Ferguson.
Well, Notre Dame evidently going to go for the 2 points. A 1-point conversion wouldn't do them much good, only if they scored another touchdown.
They'll go for the 2-point conversion. Pinkett is a slot back on the right. Chris Smith, the lone running back, behind Steve Berline. In motion comes Milt Jackson. Berline rolling out. Gets his pass away. Batted down nicely by Chris Major. Major, a fine defensive play. The quarterback knocking down the pass. So South Carolina a 4-point lead. We have 4:27 left to play. With the score, South Carolina 36 and Notre Dame 32. We'll be back right after this. One lone deep man, Ira Hillary, and they have everybody else around the 50 and 40-yard line. John Carney might try here to pop that ball in the air as he does on occasion. And let Brandy Wells or Lester Flemons, who is in on the kickoff team now, try to catch the ball. Flemons is the man to watch, number 29 on the far side, along with Brandy Wells. Now he kicks it deep. This is Ira Hillary, juggles the ball, can't pick it up. Hillary downed at the 8-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, South Carolina at their own 8-yard line in a very important defensive series for Notre Dame.
There's a squib kick down there. Ira Hillary trying to pick it up. Can't get the handle on it. Finally decides, well, I just better pick it up and see where I can go and hang on to it when I get hit.
First and 10 Gamecocks. They have the ball at their own 8-yard line. 36-32 South Carolina.
Notre Dame has got to shut off the South Carolina offense. They can't allow any yardage. They got to get the ball back.
Notre Dame used up a timeout. That is surprising with 4:22 to play when the clock had been stopped anyhow.
Scoring drive, 9 plays, 83 yards. Pinkett on a 1-yard run. Alan Pinkett going over 100 yards for this game for the first time this season.
4-point South Carolina lead with 4:22 left. Notre Dame using with one of their timeouts here. It'll be first and 10 Gamecocks. There you see the comparison of the quarterbacks. Holdo has scrambled for a lot of yardage. This is Haygood. Haygood, the ball carrier. He is a tough runner. He picks up about 4 on the play. It'll be second down and 6. Wally Klein and Ron Weisenhofer making the tackle. South Carolina will try to eke out some first downs on the ground, use the clock, 3:57 and counting, a second down, and long 6 call.
They have their speedster in there, Raynard Brown, number 30.
There's Raynard Brown, and Brown is tripped up behind the line of scrimmage by Jerry Winley, the nose guard. Good effort by Winley, who's had a fine game at nose guard for Notre Dame.
Winley's playing his best game of the year. He got penetration from the nose guard position and got a handout and tripped up Brown.
Winley, also an excellent student at Notre Dame, carries a 3.8 grade point average in mechanical engineering.
Harry, I just don't think South Carolina will go to the air. I look for Hole to go back, and take the pass, and run a quarterback draw.
Hole back to pass. He's got a man wide open in the near sideline. First down, South Carolina at the 24-yard line. Wide open was Bill Bradshaw, and it is first down Gamecocks with less than 3 minutes to play. Big play by Hole.
That was a great call by the bench. Hole laid it right out there. Bradshaw wide open. Lawrence evidently got mixed up on the coverage because he didn't have him covered at all. Big first down for South Carolina.
First and 10 Gamecocks. They have it at their own 24-yard line. There's a wide pitch. Slipping is Dendy, and Dendy goes nowhere. It'll be second down and 10. Weisenhofer was right there. Notre Dame uses another of their timeouts. Stopping the clock with 2:52. The Irish have one more timeout remaining. 36-32. South Carolina leading. Rains have been falling throughout the second half. South Carolina offensive coordinator talking to Mike Holt, who has done an outstanding job in relief of Alan Mitchell. You mentioned he is the Goose Gossage of the Gamecocks, and he has performed that way.
Well, very highly unusual to have a college team, or even a pro team for that matter, with 2 quarterbacks that they can interchange.
Hold a big third down pass completion to Bill Bradshaw at the near sideline, buying some more time and trying to use the clock. It's a second down and 11 call for Mike Holt. Ball at their own 23-yard line. Wide, tries to cut it back. Winley right there among others. Winley along with Troy Wilson. A loss on the play back to the 21, and Notre Dame will use their final timeout. Notre Dame using their last timeout to stop the clock at 2:43. It is a third down and 13 for South Carolina.
Notre Dame defensively playing the run very well late here in the game. But messed up coverage on that third down pass play. There's George Kelly, linebacker coach, along with head coach Jerry Faust.
Well, we'll see if Hold will put the ball in the air here on 3rd down and 13. Our player of the game this afternoon here at Notre Dame Stadium is the junior quarterback from South Carolina, number 7, Mike Hold. This week's award sponsored by our friends at Subaru. His big scramble for a touchdown put the Gamecocks in front. 36-32, South Carolina, 2:43 left. They're looking at a 3rd down and 13. Hold brings him out. Hold on a naked reverse. He's in trouble. Banks nails him back at the 14-yard line. Robert Banks, not fooled by the naked rollout of Hold, and South Carolina will have to punt it away.
Well, Hold thought they would be chasing the motion in the backfield, but they stayed at home. The Notre Dame defense stayed at home, and Banks on a good tackle, and South Carolina will have to punt.
Tom O'Connor to do the punting. Joe Howard and Troy Wilson are the deep men for Notre Dame. Watch Mike Haywood. It's out of the end zone for a safety. A safety on a bad snap. There is a penalty marker down on the play, however. There is a flag down on the play. A bad snap over the head of the kicker, O'Connor. There is a marker down on the play, however. Who is it against? It's against South Carolina. Notre Dame will take the 2 points, I am sure, and South Carolina will have to free kick from the 20.
As the snapper was Tracy Evans, and right over the kicker's head, Tom O'Connor. Watch him go into the stands there. Luckily, he didn't get hurt.
I guess Notre Dame does not have their decision on it. Evidently, they have no choice. They cannot take the play. They have to take the penalty. They have no choice on the penalty. They cannot take the play. South Carolina just moved back 5 yards on the illegal procedure. So O'Connor will get another chance with Troy Wilson and Joe Howard, the deep man. Watch number 1, Haywood. He gets blocked out. Great punt by O'Connor. This is Troy Wilson back in midfield, looking to the sideline, runs out of bounds at the 47-yard line, where Notre Dame will have the ball in a minute 52 left to play. 40-yard punt by O'Connor. The Irish have a minute 52 and the football at the Gamecock 47-yard line.
And Notre Dame is out of timeouts.
What a thriller here at Notre Dame, Indiana, going right down to the wire. 36-32. South Carolina by 4. Berline, the quarterback. He has Chris Smith behind him. Alan Pinkett is a slot on the left. On a 1st and 10 call. Berline looking upfield. Fires deep. Oh, in and out of the grasp of Mark Bavaro, who is wide open. A well-thrown ball by Berline, but Bavaro simply could not hang on. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Steve Berline put the ball right in there. Bavaro down, wide open there. Watch it. Kind of thrown a little bit behind him, but Bavaro shaking his head saying, why couldn't I have caught that?
2nd down and 10, Notre Dame. They have it at the Gamecock 47-yard line. Berline back to pass. Firing deep, a wobbly ball, and it is intercepted by South Carolina at the 7-yard line. Number 22, Earl Johnson, the intercept, and that should about ice the game for the Gamecocks.
Joe Howard running down. He just ran a sprint out, an error. Yeah, 22. Earl Johnson was right with him. Howard could have been called, I think, for offensive interference there, but Earl Johnson stayed right with it and made the timely interception.
Earl Johnson is a track decathlete, senior from Daytona Beach, Florida. And now Notre Dame without timeout. South Carolina can merely run out the clock with 1:40 left to play and leading 36-32. Mike Holt, the quarterback. He'll just sit on the ball. It'll be second down as Holt just fell on the ball. The clock moving. Notre Dame without timeouts. And South Carolina will take a lot of time in the huddle. Holt just sits on the ball. That'll stop the play at the 2-yard line. 45 seconds left. South Carolina can merely use 2 more plays and eat out the clock. And the Gamecocks will go 6-0, the first time in their history that South Carolina has won 6 straight games this in a season. Came in ranked 11th in the nation. An outstanding game here at Notre Dame, Indiana, and the South Carolina Gamecocks in their first road game are going to go out on top by 4 points. The clock will simply wind down. The South Carolina Gamecocks have come to Notre Dame Stadium in Notre Dame, Indiana. They have come, they have conquered, and for the first time in their history, they have beaten Notre Dame. 36-32, the final score. Joe Morrison in his second year at South Carolina. Jerry Faust in his 4th year at Notre Dame. As South Carolina goes 6-0, the 11th ranked Gamecocks winning this afternoon by a score of 36-32. That's the end of the game. The final score, South Carolina 36, Notre Dame 32. We'll be back right after this. Notre Dame, Indiana. South Carolina has defeated Notre Dame by a score of 36-32. Joe Morrison's Gamecocks go 6-0. Notre Dame now 3-4, and George Connor's second half woes continue to plague Notre Dame.
They sure did. Notre Dame had a 17-14 lead at the end of the half. They outdistanced them on the ground and in the air. In the second half, led by Mike Holt, the junior quarterback, who had an outstanding day passing and running, the Gamecocks of South Carolina really came into their own and defeated Notre Dame for the first time in the series, which is now 4 games long.
South Carolina, for the first time in their history, winning 6 consecutive games in a season. They came into this game ranked the highest in their history, 11th in the nation, and they won't harm that ranking at all with a road win against Notre Dame. The Gamecocks, their first road game, and they proved that they could stand up to the pressure.
The Gamecocks of South Carolina